All right. You are listening to the brand new. I mean, we've done this already, but you haven't seen it yet. The new On Deck podcast with your boy, Phil from Shirley, and Drew Minotti, and the Queen, Alice, the Queen of On Deck.
Are we gonna
We're
pause?
here. We're going to be talking some predictions for the MLB season. We're going to give our division winners and our wild card winners. We're also later on, we're going to go to probably give some World Series predictions before the season starts. But I'm going to start it off. We'll start with the NL East. I think this is the easy one for every single one of us. I've been thinking, going back and forth in my head, like, am I going to take the Mets? Am I not? How could I not take the Mets? I'm going to take the Atlanta Braves to win the division. I think
Ooh.
that they're going to come out and they're going to be a very good team this year. A lot of guys coming back from injuries. If Acuna can stay healthy all year, they're going to be a scary team. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves to win the NL East.
Yeah, man, that's tough. I was
I'm
back
going to
and
catch
forth
shit
as
about
well.
that too.
I know. I feel like I'm just gonna go with my Mets for NL East just because I don't want to get clowned for it. But at the same time, I mean, realistically, three teams could win this division: the Phillies, the
Hmm.
Braves, the Mets. Like I feel like they all have a shot. Um, but yeah, no, I'm going with the Mets. I have to. I can't. It's difficult. I know it hurt you to fucking say the Braves at that point.
Hmm.
And you said Acuna, but it's Acuna. You'll get
Whatever
it.
his
Thank
name
you.
You'll
is,
get it.
come on.
You'll get it. You'll get it.
Will he?
But yeah, no, probably not.
I wrote El
Uh,
Duque wrong today too. I've been catching it. I've been hearing about it all day. But go
it's
ahead.
all good. But no, yeah, I'm going with the Mets, NL East division winners.
All right, I'm also going to go with the Braves. However, I think the Mets are a game or two behind. Real close. We've seen it the last couple of years, close records between the two teams, and I think it'll continue.
I love it. I love it. We're definitely going to catch some shit about that.
Yep.
Keeping it in the NL right now with this whole video, we'll probably just keep it NL picks right now. NL Central, I'll bounce off to that right away. Milwaukee's been the team consistently, right, over every year. Chicago got a lot better this year. They're probably the favorites right now to win. Every year I've been talking about teams like Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. When are they going to take the next step? I think it's Chicago. I think Chicago put enough money into their team this year. They're going to win that division. So I got to go with the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, I mean this division's pretty gross. I'm thinking the same thing. It's a bunch of mediocre teams. I think I went last year. I went with the Reds. I like Pittsburgh, Milwaukee. Obviously, I mean you can't sleep on St. Louis, but I'm going with Chicago as well. I
Hmm.
think they, like you said, the addition of Kyle Tucker. I feel like they were right on the cusp last year. I just feel like they're going to take that next step. And like I said, this division's anyone can win this division really. And I know it's like
Hmm.
a cop out, but it's the truth. I think the Reds could be a good team. I like Pittsburgh a lot. This division's pretty tough. As much as I said that they're like a toilet bowl, they're pretty tough. But I'm going Cubs for sure.
Yeah, I'll agree. I think the Cubs definitely have this one on lock. However, I would love to see the Reds break out. Their farm
Hmm.
team has been just amazing, and they keep growing and growing. And Ellie works so hard, and he just needs a
Yeah.
good team around him, and they will go far. So I'd love to see them do
Last
something
year,
better.
yeah, last year they were a team I was thinking that they could go on a run and do
Hmm.
something, and they just fell off.
They're
They don't have the
pitching.
pitching, but
Yeah.
exactly. Hopefully they can take that next step. The NL West, I think this is an easy one. I think we all want to pick against this team, but I'm going to keep it quick,
Blech.
and it's just, it's just the Los Angeles Dodgers. We know what time it is.
Yeah, I don't even want to go too in depth with this Dodgers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. I really don't want to, so I'm really hoping that the D-backs pull it out. But
Right.
Yeah,
The D-backs to me are that other team that can give them the run for the money. I don't
Mhm.
see San
yeah.
Diego keeping up with it. I think that San Diego eventually is going to move some of these
Mhm.
players closer to the deadline, especially if they start to fall out of it a little bit. They could probably be in it the whole time and not make the moves that I'm talking about. But there's been so much talk about, Cease being on the move that I'd be shocked now if he's on the team by the end of the year. But
Yeah.
now bouncing on to the wild cards, I'm going to give you all three of my wild cards starting with my number one, a team that I think is going to be very good this year and compete with those Dodgers out in the West, and that's the Arizona Diamondbacks. I think Arizona missed the playoffs last year by one game. You come on, you bring in Corbin Burns, you bring over Josh Naylor now at first base. Also, now you're going to see Corbin Carroll growing. Um, I think that Arizona's going to be a very good team, so they're my number one pick. Got to put the Mets in there. I think the Mets are one of the top teams in baseball. They're just in the best division in baseball, so they're going to lose a lot of games as well. So I got to put them in the playoffs for my number two. My number three pick, I've been going back and forth with this. I don't want to put the Phillies in, but at the same time, when I'm judging them versus other teams, I feel like I can't put anybody from the NL Central. It's really down between the Padres and the Phillies for me. And when push comes to shove, I really do think the Phillies are still a good team. Their starting pitching's legit with Zach Wheeler leading the way. I got to put the Phillies in the playoffs, so I'm going Diamondbacks, Mets, and Phillies.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I feel like the NL is just stacked. I feel like there's like, 7 or 8 teams that you could see making the playoffs. My 3 wild cards: Braves, Phillies, Diamondbacks. I mean, I was on the fence with the Padres or the Diamondbacks, but I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like Padres just love to shit the bed. Um, and like you said, I feel like they've been talking about trading off this team for a little while now. I just feel like Diamondbacks are hungry. Has nothing to do with the fact that Corbin Carroll's a beast. Yeah, come on, I had to fuck
Can't
with
make
you.
fun of Phil.
Yeah, I know. At least I pronounced his name right.
Eventually,
Um,
yes.
Acuna is, but no, I think obviously Braves and Phillies, and like I said, it could be anyone between Diamondbacks and Padres. I'm going Diamondbacks, so Braves, Phillies, Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely the Diamondbacks. I mean, again, like I said, I hope that they pull it off over the Dodgers and the Dodgers get stuck playing an additional game, but unlikely to occur. I definitely think that the Mets, of course, how can we not make the postseason with this team that we have? It's insane. And then I feel like I have to pick the Phillies, but I want the Brewers because I hate the Phillies.
Ooh.
So I'm really
Hmm.
hoping that they go and come back for another wild card. And then we can just eliminate them again and it'll be fine.
That's our
Nice.
picks. I mean, Alice, we know the Mets, there's a possibility they can't make the playoffs because
Nah.
they are the Mets.
Mets
They
do
will
Met.
remind us that sometime. It will happen this year. There will come a moment where we will be reminded we are the Mets, guys. But
I
at the
You
just wish
same
gotta
they would.
time,
believe.
I
well
did.
said.
I believed. You guys don't.
Listen, I
Whoa,
know,
I
I
am the
know.
most positive Mets fan.
I don't know. I'm the only one who picked them in the NL East, but I mean,
But this
We're
is Homer
realistic.
Drew. I mean, he's picking the Jets probably to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true. I
yeah.
actually root against the Jets to see how many games we can lose at this point. So,
Mm,
And listen, we'll be back with more, and we're coming back with another one with our AL predictions, and then we're going to throw in some World Series predictions, maybe a little MVP, a little Cy Young around the league. We'll be back with more. We're just heating up, baby. The season's coming. Let's go, man.